So, unexpected turn of events. I got sub 13 and Ninja 5.0. And since I've never really done a post commentary on this, I think if so, then I completely forgot about it. A lot of my runs are silent. Either had no audio at all because I was listening to something else. That's why this one is audioless. Is because I was listening to some videos in the background while basically derusting. I hadn't got like a low 13 this whole time, and then I just busted out a sub 13 of a 1258. This means two things. One, I am done with easy mode. I've met my goal. And I think the only reasonable goal after this would be like sub 1250. It's still not optimized, but it's very hard. I'm not even gonna bother. And this also means I'm going to normal mode to do normal mode. I've beaten it once on normal mode. It was really hard. Caves in the base are ridiculously hard to beat, but I will go for the normal world record. That was done by Blecky, I think, and very good. I don't know how optimized it was, but just like I did with this game, I can probably push it further. I think Ninja 5.0 is a great game, and I wouldn't mind playing this even if it meant I would never get a world record. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. I should probably explain some things in this. So you have a grappling hook mechanic. One way I saved time over the former world record holder, which was Rallis, was um, he never really utilized the shrinkage of the grappling hook. So when you deploy the grappling hook, if you press up along with any other like key, so if you press left and up, you will move to the left, but your claw would shrink, and you can move up a lot faster. And even anytime you needed to move up, I just wouldn't fling myself over. I would just shrink the grappling hook to get up there faster and just kind of cut corners. You'll see this in Harbor, which for some reason I have labeled as F. Um, Everything can be pretty much improved, obviously, but it's just incredible optimization and perfect timings that got these golds. It's gonna be really hard to beat. Like I know Bank 1 and 2 are never gonna be golded by me. Bank 3 can be beaten, and Bank 4 could be faster. Um, Harbor I thought was pretty good. Airport was surprisingly well. I've kind of implemented a new strat, which I'll show you at the time. So right here is a new edition of me. Just kind of go up here, kill these guys first. It's a slower way of getting across, but it kind of kills two birds with one stone. This was kind of a mistake, but it still worked out. Just I might as well just give some history about why I decided to run this game. I was bored and I really wanted to find some Game Boy Advance games to run on my emulator on my phone. And then a website said this game is like a hidden treasure, and it looked promising. I looked up a speedrun of it, and the speedrun looked amazing. I said I want to speedrun this game, so I downloaded it on my phone, and the game was phenomenal. So I was like, yeah, this is happening. So this is emulator ran. The former world record was also emulator. I think everyone was emulator except for the normal world record and the very first easy mode world record. Now, I have a question for anyone who knows this, whether it be Rylis, Blecky, or anyone who's. I highly doubt it's Blecky, but anyone who just knows, would easy mode be considered any percent, or would that be normal mode be true any percent? Because easy mode, technically you're beating the game, but you're not really beating the whole game. You're just beating a very small section of it. Anyways, it's just easy mode, any percent, and then hard mode, which I will be doing hard mode whenever I get good at normal mode. So right there, cut in the corner of that platform is something I did faster than Rylis on his 1320, and he's updated his PB. He got a 1312 shortly after I got my 1310, which was pretty scary. Right there, I didn't activate my ninja power up by pressing both A and B. I don't know why, but there's sometimes I can do it just fine, and then sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want to press A and B, I just want to press A or B. So I do that strat where I use the ninja power up here and then pick up that energy, whatever, right there. Made this cycle, so that was pretty fast. Because no matter what, we have to use it in the upcoming room, just because it makes the most sense. Right here, I get hit. That's fine. Kind of freaking out. That part's sketchy. I never really do that well. Runs will usually die right there. And Harbor in general, if it doesn't die at Bank or Airport, then it's definitely going to die at Harbor. It's most statistically probable, especially Harbor 3, which has an insane gold that I can never really dream to beat. It's too hard. Um, so despite the fact that yes, I was on pace to get a sub 13 through this whole time, my heart was pounding, but I never, I mean, didn't let that get to me until around right here. First off, those were really bad mistakes, but didn't cost too much time. That's still a pretty clean section. But I got pretty scared on the next room coming up. In this stage, especially, you want to take as little damage as possible because there's actually because you're going to take a lot of damage just going through this room anyways, but you're going to as well take an intentional damage right here when killing this hostage. So right now, if I take any hits, I am basically dead. And this guy loves to troll me and always shoot me. Thankfully, he didn't. Just barely missed me. So right here, this room always kills me. I took it very safe. Usually I don't, wait a bit, but took it pretty safe. And that's better than kind of jumping down and getting the hearts right here. So yeah, this was still fairly clean. I started utilizing the R button, which retracts the grappling hook very quickly to move up vertically a lot faster. You really only see this in Bank 2 and Harbor 3. I can't really think of many instances when I actually use it. So right here, messed up royally. This boss is my least consistent just because I want the timings to be precise and faster than what they normally are, frame perfect, but I can never get them, and then I end up losing time, or I'll press R slightly before I press A, and it's just no good. So right here I lose a bit of time, but that's fine because I'm still ahead. At this point, I just wanted to PB, and I knew I could save time in these next 4 splits. But as you can see, there's just a lot of unoptimization. This run can fairly easily be beaten, whether it be by me, Rallis, or just someone else watching. And maybe sub 12:30 will be broken. Just break that minute and a half. But I completed my goal for now. So right here, I don't know what I was doing right there. That was accidentally clean. I did not mean any of that. I was just mashing buttons for some reason. Um. So yeah, this part I can never really do this part right. There is really no right way to do that. Um, it looks slow and sloppy, but so right here, um, I think was a Blecky invention, but he never used it in easy mode because he never did easy mode. But just using that to go up right there. What Rallis did was he grabbed the ninja power, which I just did, but he also grabbed to the very far left another ninja power up to unlock the super weapon, I call it. But I'm gonna do that quickly in Airport 2 right before we use it. It's quicker. I don't know why he didn't grab it there. Maybe he just didn't see it. I meant to jump slash there and continue with my life, but unfortunately that never happened. A lot of small mistakes. I was surprised I even grabbed onto that from right there, so that's why it didn't really work out that well. But it's still probably not as good as PB, but still really good. So we used the ninja power up here. And I never really knew when the right time was to do it. Like, 'cause right there makes probably the most sense. But in the next room, it would make more sense to do it here. but you can only kill one. And this is where the ninja power up comes in handy. You can one shot these guys instead of having to throw 3 stars. You can just one shot them. As far as kind of sloppy, I jumped. I really shouldn't have jumped. That wasted a bit of time. And then since I was slower, I got hit. Just you know, dumb mistakes. Being very, very my heart was pounding because this meant I wouldn't really have to do easy mode again. And I technically done. My goal is perfectly met. And I'm fine with it. I kind of want to go to normal mode and hard mode eventually. Hard mode is free. No one's even ran it yet. I think my first run's gonna be like 5 hours long or something like that. It's gonna be ridiculous because I haven't even played and beaten hard mode yet, so I don't even know the route. I think a blind one would take like 5 hours, but so this part wasn't that bad. I lost a little bit of time, but I was still on the pace. And airport 3 was could be improved quite easily. So I actually skipped the cutscene. I had to remember. So I utilized more swinging and used the backtracking to my advantage. Like I tried to not overlap as much. Like go back to get those guys. Instead, just on my way back get those guys instead of stopping, turning around, getting them, and then continue walking right. I never found a good way to deal with that guy. I tried sliding under him, or just dealing with him, or letting him hit me. I don't know. A little malfunction with my hands. But overall, this was a pretty clean run. I mean, it was sub 13, but that's only because I pushed really hard. I didn't really do a whole lot differently. Um, Now I released a new, or submitted a new time under Star Wars Battlefront 2. The only reason it's not on YouTube is because YouTube refuses to take my FLV file, which is why I'm recording this right now in VLC. And so, time save. Okay. The run was instant action, galactic, civil war, all maps, conquest. It was like 42, 50 something. So this boss fight, I drilled this boss fight quite a bit to get it right, and thankfully he didn't do any turnarounds or anything stupid like that. But he also didn't go right to me. He hit me, didn't get to double slash him, and I was losing health rather quickly. But thankfully I kind of saved it right there. It wasn't too bad. Lost a little bit of time, but I still managed to get the sub 13. So unfortunately, I didn't have my mic out, so I couldn't pop right in and talk, and I also didn't have any volume on, so that kind of sucks. And that's it. I am just recording this using the basics, no editing, because it won't accept those files. Alright, thank you much for watching, and goodbye.